Did you all have lunch?
Yes.
No? Okay. Voluntarily, you did not have? Okay. So when you go back home, are you going to have snacks?
Yes.
Okay. When you, obviously, by 9 o'clock, you're going to have food, right? That is everything. So you're having 3 times the food a day, right?
Yes.
Is anybody skipping it? No. But you can skip it like voluntarily, right? That's like because I'm on a diet or something like that. Okay. So do you think so among this population, is there anybody else who does not have these 3 times a day meal? They do not receive it? Yeah, right. You can be all on. It's okay. I'm not going to eat. Chill. Okay. And what is the strength of the class?
40.
40. And how many are absent? Shouldn't it be absent? Okay, so today we're going to talk about, you might be thinking, why am I talking about food a lot? It's not because I'm hungry, it's because your chapter's topic is food security in India. That is what we are talking about, and why food security or how food security is ensured. Okay, that is the chapter's name. What is the chapter's topic's name?
Food security in India.
Okay. So, can you all tell me by thinking, how do you think so in India or like even at your home? How do you think so you ensure that food is secure? Like you have food at your home. If you go back home today, and who all goes to the kitchen? Very less. Okay. Everybody goes to the kitchen. What do? You open up the cabinets and see like, okay, I have this biscuit, I have this Maggi, I have something or the other to eat. Right?
Yes.
And who all has siblings at your home? Everybody. Do you all save those like favorite kind of food item? And you kind of store it, okay, I'm not going to give it or share it with anybody else. You do that? What are you doing? What is that one term that you're doing here? You're not sharing it. You're obviously not sharing it.
Secure.
You're saving it, right? One more word. Securing it. From getting it steal or getting it stolen from your siblings, right? In the same way, India or a country has to secure food so that each and every person, no matter what their income is, no matter how rich they are, no matter how poor they are, a country has to ensure that food is available to every person in the country. Okay? So we're going to talk about, can somebody voluntarily stand up and read the first sentence?
Food security. Food security means something more than getting 2 square home. Food security has to cover nutrition, availability, accessibility, and affordability.
Thank you. Okay. What did he just speak? Food security means availability, okay, accessibility, and affordability. Those are the 3 dimensions of food security. But what was the sentence that he read? It is, I'm pretty sure it's not visible. I'll read it out. It means food security means something more than getting more than 2 square meals. That is, when you go back home, when you're hungry, in your table, you have a dietary food. That means you're not just eating junk food, rather you're eating rice, you're having roti, you're having dal or sambar, or fish, chicken, not the extreme 500 rupees one, but the one that would give you daily nutrition. Okay? That is what is meant by food security. Only then you can say that you have or you are able to eat. Once you're able to eat 2 meals or in a day, you're able to eat 2 meals per day. That is when you can say that every person in India has food security. So it has 3 dimensions. Our country can only say that we have food, or for example, you might have heard or you might have come across a lot of articles, right? Myanmar or Iran, Iraq, these countries are getting bombarded, right? What is the first thing that happens there? War, obviously war is happening. Other than that, Food security. Okay. Yeah. Food is the one thing that people do not get. Right? We look into these pictures. Is it? Okay, the first one. Can somebody see and like tell me what it is?
Screen.
The first picture. It's dried up. Yeah. What is the word for it?
Drought.
Drought. Correct. And the second one?
Flood.
Okay. Third one?
Tsunami.
Does it seem like an avatar? Thing coming out? Okay. Fourth one?
That's wildfire.
Wildfire, of course. Okay. I'm pretty sure you might have heard about the 2019 flood that came in Kerala as well. Was any of you affected by it? No, everybody was safe. So, can you tell me one? Okay, what are these called? What are these? Natural disaster or natural calamity. Okay, good. So once a natural calamity is there or disaster is there, what do you think? So is the first who are like first affected? The people, correct? How is it affecting them?
We might lose their homes.
Okay, they might lose their home, correct? So hey guys, talk. What else could be the possibility that
They should have their place.
okay, good. What is our topic about? So how is it getting an issue? They are not getting food. Obviously, once you hit with flood, will you get a place to do the agriculture? No. For example, if there is a forest fire or like a tsunami hitting, the land would be covered with a lot of water. People would have to change from one place to another. They would be more concerned about themselves and their lives rather than going in, farming. That's not the first thing that will hit their mind, right? So the one thing, once a natural calamity is there, what happens is the production of food decreases. There is, for example, you all heard about Periyar Dam, right? If that is getting depleted or if it is destroyed, the Idiki Dam is where, I guess. Yeah. So once that dam or like if the shutter opens up, what would happen? Flood. People would have to flee away from their homes. So, and also, it's stated that Tamil Nadu is the one which provides us with most of the vegetables, right? Correct? If anything happens there, what happens here in Kerala? Vegetables are less. They are like the production is less. And then what happens? If the production is less, what happens? Food security will be there, but if there is, let me give you an example. So you like one apple, okay? Price increases. When the production goes or the production is less, the demand is more, right? When the demand goes more, what happens? The prices increases. There was a time when onions were of 100 rupees. Why was that? Because of the fact that at some place where the onions were producing, it was very less. Or the demands grew higher and they got an increase in the price. So one thing is that how is food security affected during natural calamities? That once a natural calamity hits, the food production decreases. Okay? And once there is a shortage of food, what happens is that the price goes up. And this leads to what? Starvation. What is starvation? Starve. So what is starvation mean?
The next extreme hunger.
Okay, extreme hunger, wherein you are deficient of food, right? That is what is starvation. What leads to starvation? And what happens after starvation? Death. Okay. There's one term that is famine. Okay, famine means wherein due to starvation, the people are affecting very badly. They are like, you can see their lips coming out. You can see like little kids who are deficient of nutrition. They are almost on the verge of dying. Okay. This is a picture wherein it shows about starvation victims arriving in relief center 1945. So there was a Bengal family, Bay of Bengal, you've heard of it, right? Where is it? Yes. So in the 1945, there was a Bengal family. Okay? You're seeing two pictures here. One is the victims who arrived in Bengal. The other one is during the Bengal famine of 1943. That happened two times, 1945 and 1943. Now, which one do you think is the most affected? Okay, this one is from 1945. This is from 1943. If you look into the picture and if you can like see
43. 43.
the 43 or 45, which one is the like majorly hit one?
43.
Do you see old people? 45. Right. So 45 is the one which was mostly affecting the people. It was even affecting the old people, not only the children, but also the old people. So we might think that food is not, because we all have food. Whenever you go back home, you are like, okay, whenever you ask your parents or mom or dad, you're like, I want to eat this or I want to eat that. You get it in your food. Right? But there is a section of society that does not receive these kind of pleasure or the availability easily, like you all. Now, the second activity that I have for you is what am I? You have to identify by reading the clue. Can somebody read out the first one?
Food production within the country, food importers and the previous year's stock stolen, government mandates.
Okay. I'll read it out for everybody. Food production within the country, food imports, and the previous year's stock stored in government granaries. So we read about the three dimensions, right? What was it? Accessibility, affordability, or availability. Can you like name me which one is that? The first one, is it accessibility of food? Is it availability of food? Or is it the affordability? Food production within the country, food imports, and the previous year's stock stored in government granaries. Okay. Can you all write down the, can you take a paper and write the answers?
Read out. Read out. They can't see. Read out. You read out. Read out.
Food production within the country.
Okay, I'll read it out for you. The first one is food production within the country, food imports, and the previous year's stock stored in government granaries. This means that the food production is within the country that is happening. There is food imports. What do you mean by imports? That is You have surplus of amount of food that you can import it. Okay? The other one is the previous year stock stored in government granaries. That is, we have granaries around which already has certain amount of food here. What does this mean? Have you written? Accessibility? Availability? Anyone else? Availability? You guys, what do you think is availability, affordability, accessibility? Availability. The answer is availability. That means in India itself, we have surplus amount of product or the production is going on that we are itself manufacturing the grains. Okay. The next one is food is within reach of every person. That means you can take hold of it. You have the accessibility of the food. The third one is implies that an individual has enough money to buy sufficient, safe, and nutritious food to meet one's dietary needs. What could this mean? Affordability. Correct. So the one wherein the prices are very much equal to everyone's choices, and the food is good enough for everyone to eat, and it is safe. That means that nobody is getting harmed by buying those grains or pulses. That is what is affordability means. So these are the answers. That is availability of food, accessibility of food, and affordability of food. Have you come across any point in time wherein you felt that you were having food security or food insecurity in your home, or any experience that you could share? If you want to share, it could be like a travel journey, just a small type of food insecurity that you felt. Okay, can you share?
When I was in Goa railway station,
Okay.
that's a period of hartal.
Oh, okay. So you were not having any food. So how long did you go without food?
Even we stayed there.
Okay, you stayed there. Okay. And like, when did you get hold of food?
One Malayali family is there. We are from Malayali family. That we share.
Okay, so they were lucky enough to share their food, and they were able to get food. Any experiences? Thank you, sit down. Any more experiences you had? So none of you felt food insecurity? Okay, that's good. Alright, moving on. If you were given a choice, how would you ensure that there is food security in India? We talked about how you can, how food, there are three dimensions, which is availability, accessibility, and affordability. So we're going to deal with all of these in itself. So, do you think so as India? India is it a developing country or a developed country or a underdeveloped country? Developing country. So, do we have like surplus amount of food productions every year? Now there are ways, or there are like years when we are declining. So if you were given a position in the government office or something, how could you ensure that you can make a not report, but you can just write a paragraph or something right now about how you can ensure that food is secure and everybody is getting the food. Can you all do that? Of course you have to. Okay, so I'll give you like 5 or like 2-3 minutes in your So the question is, if you're given a position, or how would you ensure that food is secure, that everybody is receiving food or like 3 meals per day? How could you ensure that? It could be anything, like let's say anything that you can talk about. I'll give you a hint, it could be like NGO works. That's the only thing that I know.
Period.
Include. It's about your life. And if you have done. Only one point you got? Okay, let's discuss. First bench? Yes. Okay. 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 Good.
Ensure availability of space to of India, there is creation of distribution public distribution system. Systemize the public distribution system and ensure availability of food through relationship of supply and other government civil supplies offices. And second one, approach NGOs and other social work groups. Not only for promote awareness food security and ensure availability of nutritious food for children through Anganwadis and other schools and conduct properly midday meal schools midday meal programs and for connecting survey whether they are getting a proper like census, they are getting 3 times the food.
Okay, give him a round of applause. Good point. He talked about midday meal. He talked about PDS, that is public distribution systems. He talked about ration shops, and he talked about the nutritious foods. Okay, good. You guys? Same. Okay. You guys? Okay.
Equal distribution of food.
Okay. Equal distribution of food. Okay.
Supported agriculture sectors.
Okay. Support the agriculture sectors. Okay. Okay. Good one. You? Good. Okay, so she talked about the revolution that you can come across with the peasants or telling the new generation people to actually come up and do the cultivation or agriculture within their own lands itself. So that the surplus or the production is itself among our own homes and you're not going and asking the other neighboring countries for help during natural calamities. Now, okay, these are the 3 activities. Did you all understand why or like what is food security in India? Can somebody stand up and summarize what we studied about today? These are very small topics.
Today we learn about food security in India. India is a developing country, but in each year there is a food deficit in our country. Food is essential for our life. That is, especially most of the tribal areas are facing food insecurity a lot. We learned about what is food insecurity. That is not having a meal 3 times a day. And we learned through activities how can we overcome the food insecurity, like we talked about the agricultural revolution and six supplies and all. And that's
The dimensions. The
dimensions of food insecurity, that is the accessibility, affordability, and the availability.
Okay, good one. Okay, so that was what we learned today. Now you all are tired, I know, but you all have a homework to do. That is how you can ensure food is not wasted at your home. You can make a note, you can write a summary, and present it for tomorrow's class. Thank you, class.